This is part 1 of our series called The Virtues of Manhood. This week, we're talking about honor.
You can be a man of courage, of honor, of integrity. You can be the father, the husband, the leader that your family and your community needs. This is the Manlihood ManCast. Here's your host, Josh Hatcher.
Hey, welcome back to the Manlihood ManCast. I'm your host, Josh Hatcher. Listen, I'm really glad that you guys tuned in today. We've been doing some really great stuff here at Manlihood, and if you haven't joined the Manlihood Man Cave yet, I want you to go to Facebook, and I want you to type in Manlihood Man Cave, and I want you to send a request, because that's where you're going to connect with guys like you who want to be better men, who want to level up. And we've got guys from all over the world there, and they encourage each other. We look out for each other. We build each other up. That's what it's about. And honestly, it's been a real pleasure to be a part of that community. I hear from guys all the time who have really appreciated what's happening there in the Man Cave. So please join the Manlihood Man Cave, and we'd love to see you there. So guys, this is part 1 of a series on the virtues of manhood. Today we are talking about honor. What does it mean to honor? To honor something is to esteem, to hold it in high regard. This is a part of masculinity that has been known for really, honestly, our entire history. From the very beginning, honor has been something that's important to us. Some cultures hold honor in even higher regard than others. Some cultures, including the one that we live in right now, I feel like we're almost throwing honor out the window. And I don't understand why. I think that we as a culture are nauseated by this. We're kicking out the idea of honor, and it makes us sick to our stomach, and we don't know why, we don't understand. And I believe that it's because we are created to try to live up to a standard where we can be held in high regard. We want to be held in high regard, and we want to hold things in high regard. Ultimately, we all honor something. We all honor something. There are things in our life that we will hold in high regard. And so if we hold the wrong things in a high regard, then what we've done is we've given honor to something dishonorable. And if we are dishonorable, then we will not be held in high regard. And if we are, that's not good. So let's make a couple things clear about what honor is and how we get it. Listen, we get honor by giving honor. I want you to look at your life, and I want you to think about the things that you hold in high regard. What things in your life are special to you? What things in your life are precious to you? And do you show those things the degree of honor to which they're due? My wife is probably the most precious thing in my life, so I try to treat her with honor and with respect. And if I do, then in return I get honor and I get respect. Not only from my wife, who gives it in return, but from others who see my relationship with her and they say, that's the kind of relationship that I want. I honor that relationship. I have honor for Josh. I hold Josh in honor because I see the way he treats his wife. When I give honor, I receive honor. There are other things that I honor, that I hold valuable, that I think are important to me. There are things with my time that I think are important. Listen, manlyhood and the work that we're doing here with this podcast, with the Manlihood Man Cave, my relationship with you guys, the work that we're doing here is important to me. So if a man wants to get honor, he has to give honor. There are things in his life that are worthy of honor and respect, and he will give that to where it's due. And when he does, it will come back to him. The other thing that a guy has to do, if he wants to get honor, if he wants to understand this concept, guys, we have to honor ourselves. You have to honor who you are as a man. You have to look at that and you have to say, this is worthy of honor. I am a good man and I can be a good man. And if I'm not a good man, I want to be a good man. And so I will put in the time to become a good man. But if you view yourself as a piece of dung and you don't invest in yourself to make yourself better, If you view yourself as a scoundrel and you continue to treat yourself as a scoundrel, you will stay a scoundrel instead of as an honorable man. Whether anybody else honors you or not, in order for you to become a man of honor, you have to put honor into yourself. So yes, you can be real with your situation. You can say, I'm a butthole, but I'm going to change, and I'm going to do what it takes to put the time in to make my life better. I'm going to do what it takes to become a better man. I'm going to do what it takes to become a man that is worthy of honor and respect. You have to honor yourself. You know, sometimes I get frustrated with myself and I'll say something stupid and I'll be like, you're so stupid, Josh. That's not honoring. There is power in the words that you say about yourself. Now, if what you did was stupid, identify it as stupid. But you're not stupid. I did something stupid. I said something stupid and I shouldn't have said that. That's not me and that's not who I am and that's not who I want to be. That's different than cutting yourself down and insulting yourself. Honestly, to honor you, to honor yourself, you need to view yourself through that potential. Look at yourself the way your 8th grade English teacher looks at you. You know, my 8th grade English teacher saw me not as the rambunctious kid that couldn't behave himself in class, but she saw me as somebody with potential, and she could see who I was going to become. And so she treated me like that. She treated Josh, the annoying 8th grade Josh who couldn't behave himself, she treated him like the man that she wanted him to be. I feel like we need to do that with ourselves. If that's who you want to be a better man, then treat yourself like a better man. Call yourself the right words. Tell yourself the right things. Encourage yourself the right way. It doesn't mean you don't call yourself on your crap if you do something that's stupid. Yeah, you call yourself out if you're doing the wrong thing. You say, don't do that, that's wrong. But don't insult yourself. Give yourself the honor that you're due. And I'm going to be honest with you. We want honor to be given to us from somebody else. But there is a certain power that comes from you not needing it from someone else. When your own honor that you can give yourself is enough, there's a freedom in that. Because whether anybody else recognizes it or not, I'm going to do the right thing. Whether anybody else recognizes it or not, I'm going to say the right things and do the right things and be the man that I'm supposed to be. And if nobody else sees it, and if nobody else recognizes it, and if nobody else honors it, oh well, I know that it's the right thing. And so when I do it, I can pat myself on the back and receive that reward, and that needs to be enough. I think a lot of us are running around chasing validation from others when our own validation needs to be enough. I understand that we all want honor to be given to us, but that means nothing if you can't honor yourself. And I know I touched on this a minute ago, but we have to honor others. We have to see others through the right lens. You know, it's really easy to look at somebody who's down and out, who's made a bunch of mistakes, whose life is a mess, and to judge and to say, that guy is a piece of trash. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. But can you see his innate value? Can you see the potential in him to be better? Does it mean you have to trust him? Say, I'm going to let you into my home, around my kids, or around my wife, or around my belongings, and I'm going to trust you. Now, it doesn't mean you trust him, but you can value him, and you can honor him by calling him higher, by showing him who you know he can become. And with your kids, you can honor them by showing them what it's going to be like someday. By showing them what it can be if they live up to their fullest potential. You honor them when you tell them they did a good job on that project. Don't withhold praise from people. Don't withhold kindness from people. And don't dispense judgment and harsh words and tear people down. Giving honor to others, that's what makes them honorable. Let them taste a bit of it, and they're going to want more. A lot of guys will ask me, man, my wife, she's horrible. You know, she never listens to me. It's like this, and we have this horrible relationship, and she just wants out, and she just nags me all the time, and they'll go on and on about how horrible their wife is, and the answer to that, or at least part of it, is, what are you doing to honor her? What are you doing to invest in her? I know that in my life, when my wife is having a hard time, if I honor her by meeting her needs, if I honor her by speaking truth and love and life into her, I see those results almost immediately. Your wife might be in a harder situation. It might be a little bit harder to get those results back. But if you honor her, instead of tearing her down, instead of dishonoring her, what happens? The other end of that is she might be so far gone that she's never coming back around. You still need to honor her, because if you've got kids, they're still watching, and they need to learn to honor her, even if she's not right, because that's going to build her up. That's going to help her see her potential into who she can be, whether she's going to be your wife again or not. We need to give honor to others, whether they deserve it or not. We give honor, maybe not extra honor, maybe not praise where praise isn't due. But let's look at people's innate value and honor that. Let's look at people's potential and honor that. I do believe that in doing that, what we do is we give power to the good that's in them. And I think that that power has a lot more motivation than the stripping away of constant criticism. And again, I'm not saying we can't call things out in people when we need to. I'm not saying we have to trust people that we know that are not going to be trustworthy. But man, there are people around us. Imagine what they could be if somebody could invest good into them the way that someone has invested good into you. What would that be like? Honor is a manly virtue. It is a virtue that we men in our culture are forgetting. It is a virtue that is present whether or not we acknowledge it, because we all honor something. Take the time to honor the right things and to honor them well by pointing out the good where you see it. I love you guys. I care about you. I'll see you next week.
If you want to be a better man, check out our website, manlihood.com, for blogs, videos, and more from our Manlihood team. Men, you can also join our private Facebook group, Manlihood Man Cave, where you can meet up with a band of brothers who will challenge you and help you on your journey of manhood. This episode is produced by Hatcher Media for manlihood.com. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you're listening to the show. Tune in again for more of the Manlihood ManCast.